let people know that she's a travel agent and that she is building a team and she wants to help other people learn how to be a travel agent. And so we can constantly market to gain clients by word of mouth, social media, referrals from other people, and vendor events. So right now, I want to hear from you. How are you all marketing your business right now? Are you doing word of mouth? Are you doing social media? Has some people referred people to you? Have you participated in vendor events? What are you doing? Or if you're just getting started, what do you think would be best for you in terms of, or what's your plan in terms of how you're going to market your business? Okay, word of mouth and social media, awesome. Word of mouth, social media, a lot of word of mouth, social media, vendor events, in-person marketing, social media, and referrals. Okay, social media to start. Awesome. Yep. So whatever way works for you. So for me, I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't even a big social media person, which I'm still learning. And that's my goals to increase in knowing more social media stuff. So right now I'm on Facebook. Is my jam. I got Facebook, but I have an Instagram. However, I don't know why I keep forgetting about it and I'm not as fluent in Instagram as I am in Facebook. And then I have a newly created TikTok account. So I'm working on learning how to use that as well. So those are some of the goals that I choose to work on to market to gain clients. Also, now that you have those mediums to um, gain clients, how are you going to utilize them? Or what are you going to market? Are you going to put together trips and or group trips and market them? Are you going to market our profit agility properties, which are the like our timeshare properties? Another big thing that's going on is people like to stay in like Airbnbs, but as you know, we don't work with Airbnb, but we do have a lot of suppliers that we can work with to book vacation rentals for people, for clients. So are you going to market those? Are you going to market our Evo rewards and savings? Are you actively sending out your personalized website? Because if people book on your website, you still get the commission whether you book the trip directly for them or not. And then do you have affiliate links set up where you're sending them out? So like Sandals has an affiliate link, Golden Tickets for concerts and events has an affiliate link, Club Mobe for people who want to do the um, fast track through customs when you get to Jamaica. Those things have affiliate links where you can send that out. Yes, Viator is another one. So you can send out that Viator link and people can book activities and excursions. So you want to make sure that you're utilizing all the tools to help and gain you clients and to help you make additional commission. So in terms of your clientele, we want to make sure that you write down how many clients you want to gain or what's your goal. How many people do you want to meet with? We are trained to write down, make a list of all the people in your life. So you can make a list of like your family, your friends, maybe coworkers, maybe people that you patronize. So maybe your hairdresser or your nail tech or your doctor or people that see for services. You might have a list of people who are referred to you and write down those people because you want to make sure that you retain relationships with people. Um, and that's how you can reach your goal in terms of clientele. You don't want to be spammy or salesy, but you want to just really focus on building relationships with people. especially so you can get them to be your friend on social media and or just talk to them and they can just see your character and want to support you, because a lot of times people buy stuff from people not just because of what they offer, but because they see that you're doing something great and want to support you as a person. So you want to make sure that not only are you putting yourself out there to let people know what you sell and what you're doing, but you also want to let them know the type of person that you are too, and that will go a long way. So another thing, not only should you plan on how many clients you want to have, but you also should plan on how you want to retain the clients that you already have. So, like for me, I have a client, she goes on a birthday trip in December every single year. And she's been booking with me for the last like 5 years. She's always gone, wants to go on a trip to the Caribbean. And so we're to the point now, like she books every year, and it's like, she's like, okay, well, here's my budget. You know what I like. I want to go on a birthday trip. Give me some options within my budget. And I'm like, okay, so, she's been to Curacao, she's been to Dominican Republic, she's been to Jamaica, um, she's been to Mexico, Cancun. So now I'm like, ooh, okay, where do I want to send her this time? Which is kind of fun. But when you give people a service and they like it, they'll come back to you and stuff. So you want to make sure you have stuff set up so that you can retain your clients. Um, you also want to figure out who is your client, who is your target market. What type of people are you marketing to? Are you marketing? So for me, the people that I first started working with are people that were new to travel, people who have never been on a trip before. And so those people were kind of more a little bit more difficult to work with because you had to educate them to let them know like you can't go on a 5-star trip with like a 1-star budget. So they had, they have these expectations. I want to go to Jamaica, stay for 7 days, and I only want to pay $400. And so I had to let them know, like, okay, you have to think about it. When you stay at a nice hotel in your city that you live in, you're gonna pay probably like at least $100 a night if you want, I'm saying, a higher end hotel. So you can't expect to have a flight, have transportation, stay in an all-inclusive resort, have travel protection for $400 for 7 days. That's not, I mean, not really reasonable. And you get what you pay for. You might be able to pull it off, but you might have a layover that's a half a day. So you're spending up a whole day of you even getting there and getting back home because you're going to be in the airport all day, or you might not have that transportation, or your travel might not even be protected. So you have to, you know, make people aware of different things, especially if they haven't traveled before. Sometimes it's stuff that they don't really realize. I'm moving more into people. My market has shifted, and now I'm working more with people who want to do group trips and they want to do like conferences out of the country. So that's been a really big thing for me, and I've been working on that, getting to talk with them to see what type of accommodations that they need, how many people, and booking group trips for that. And it's very, very exciting. And then I've also had the opportunity to meet with business development managers as well, to help me assist the group with everything that they need and who I need to speak with on the resort to make sure that they have stuff that they need. So you really have to figure out who your target market is, and then that can also help you to determine how you market. So, the millennials, they're like really, really tech savvy. So you might want to do something really techy to get their attention. Whereas maybe some of the older clients may not be on social media as much. So maybe word of mouth or flyers or different stuff like that may be better for them. So it just really depends on who your target market is. Another thing, you want to make sure that you have a place where you track all your clients. So you might have a spreadsheet, you may have like Constant Contact or GoDaddy or different things like that where you can keep a running list of all your clients and their contact information, because we have different avenues where you can send out, marketing materials to them or things of that nature. And that way you can contact them and keep them and retain them as clients. Also, I encourage you to capture your clients like birthdays, what they like, what they dislike, what their allergies are, and stuff like that, so you can personalize their service. So if you book a trip with them and they say, well, I'm vegan or whatever, you want to make sure that you send them somewhere that has vegan options. And you want to remember that so they don't have to keep telling you that every time they want to book a trip. And that'll be just personalized service. You can bring it to them. Well, I found this for you. This place is vegan friendly and da 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 da. And those type of things will go a long way. Or if you send them something in the mail for their birthday, out of the blue and they not expect it, like, you're gonna be the bomb. So make sure that you capture those types of things. Um, Also, do you do anything special for your clients when they book with you? Do you send them a gift prior to going on the trip? Or do you arrange for something to be in their room when they arrive? Or do you have a gift waiting for them when they return? Those are some things that you can do to help retain your clients. Do you have a referral program in place? Some of you say that people have referred people to you. So if that's the case, do you have, well, if you refer so many people, or if you refer somebody to me, you get a little gift for thinking of me, and sending this person to me. So you might want to think about putting something like that in place. And or again, just stay in contact with your clients so that you'll be at the top of their brain. So you can send out newsletters, you can send out promos and stuff like that. Do some of you do any of this stuff now? You put it in the chat box for me so I'll know. And if you do, like, what kind of things are you guys doing now to either gain clientele or to retain the clientele? Anybody doing any of this? Or you can even put in there too if it's something that you're going to start doing, because maybe you're not doing it. Okay, I definitely will book one trip so far. I asked the person to spread the word. Awesome. Yes, I do some, but need to implement more. Okay. Okay, so yeah, just make sure you take a screenshot of this or write it down, um, so that you can do this. Okay, I use Branch Up for newsletters, and then Travel Dory to track important dates. Awesome. Yes. So this is something that you all can do, um, and to continue to do and to continue to refine, as well. All right. So in terms of marketing, you got to write down your marketing goals. What platforms will you use to market? So we all pretty much identified that we use social media, and word of mouth, for marketing. And then another thing is to look at is how often will you market? Do you market daily? Do you market weekly? Do you market monthly? For me, I think I started out basically marketing daily. But I've been doing this for like 7 years. So I can honestly say, like, I now that I'm in like my 7 year stretch, I honestly, and it's horrible to say, but I haven't really marketed a lot. And I still have people coming to me on a daily to book travel for them, which is a great thing. So that must mean that I did something right in the beginning. I do put stuff out there, maybe I would say now like monthly. But I still have constant clientele coming to me, and it's just amazing how that happens. But I want to say that consistency is key. The more you put yourself out there, the more you'll get noticed and the more people will remember you. And I always tell the story because even how I got started in this business, T Smith is my sponsor. So she has been doing travel for a minute before I even got started. And so I know I was looking towards going on a trip. It was me and my two kids. And I got discouraged because I was like, oh my goodness, I cannot go on this trip. These trips are too expensive. I can't afford it. I'm a single mother. Like, and I was like really, really like discouraged because I really wanted to travel. And so one day I was just on Facebook, and so Tarera had put on there, like, how would you like to go on a trip and come home to a check? So I thought about it. I'm like, hey, that's me. Like, I want to travel and I definitely need some more money. Like, let me see what this is all about. So I went to a travel party and it just made sense. I got started right away. And within a week or two, I booked my first trip. It was my family. It was like 11 of us. We went to Las Vegas. And I had the time of my life and I could afford it and I got paid for it. So I was like, oh my God, this is the life. But my point is that if Terrera wasn't consistently marketing, that she probably would have missed me, with even getting started or missed me, or I wouldn't have seen that post, which she probably was posting it all the time, but at the time she was posting I didn't need it at the time. So that's why it's important for you to consistently put yourself out there, to consistently market, because right now somebody may not need you, but at the beginning of the year or when they get their taxes back, they're going to say, oh, Monica is booking travel. Let me reach out to her because I want to go on a trip or something like that. So you want to make sure that you're continuously marketing so that when somebody needs you, they'll remember you because you're always have your stuff out there. And you have to decide what type of materials you're going to use to market. Are you going to do business cards and flyers? Are you going to order collateral or magazines or information from our suppliers to pass out? Are you going to get t-shirts, ink pens, pictures, videos? Are you going to do reels? Are you going to use the stuff in the Archer Travel Media Center? So we have a lot of stuff at our fingertips that we can use. We just got to make sure that we're using them. I got a client the other day. I went to the doctor and I had on my elite t-shirt, or elite group travel t-shirt. And so my physician assistant was like, oh, she said, is that what you do? And I said, yeah, no, she was like, what do you do? And I said, well, I work at a insurance company by day. I'm a compliance analyst. I said, but I also have my own travel business too. And she's like, oh, that's what your shirt is about. And I said, yeah. And she was like, really? She was like, because I'm turning 60 in December and I want to go to Hawaii. She was like, well, I know it's unfortunate what happened with Maui, but I want to go to one of the other islands. And I said, okay, I got you. I'm like, give me your information. I'll send you a travel questionnaire when I get home, to get some information so I could put your trip together. So I gained a client just from wearing a t-shirt. That same day, when I went to the pharmacy to pick up my prescriptions, the pharmacist was like, oh, I love your t-shirt, and stuff. And I was able to tell her, like, yeah, I'm a travel agent, we pray, we grind, and we repeat, that's our motto and stuff like that. She said, I just absolutely love that. And I gave her my business card. I probably should have got her information so I could contact her, but I made a note to myself afterwards, like, okay, next time, Nicole, get her information so you can contact her, because you can give your business card out to people all day and either they can use it or not. But if you get their information, then you can contact them and start conversation. So that's one of the things that I'm putting on my goal setting to do, in addition to giving out my business card, is grabbing their information as well. Okay, Haley. Well, that's the first thing is making, is realizing how we can do things better. And once we realize that, then we can implement things to do things better. So I realized that was my my weakness too. But now that I know that, I'm gonna work towards getting their information so that I can send stuff out to them. Yeah. All right. So Okay. So, okay, you have to be confident enough to ask. Yep. And then, okay, I often ask for their number and send them my digital card on the spot. That's great because that way they have your information if they want to contact you, and then you also have their information so you can contact them and not lose the contact. So that's wonderful. Yep. Great. See? All right. So the other thing is, in terms of goal setting, is knowledge. Now, I don't know about you, but when I got started, I'm like, it was so interesting. It's so much stuff that we can do in this business. Um, it's so much that we can do. Um, hold that question, Roz. When we get to the end and do our question and answer, I'll ask Mo to share how she did her digital card. So hold that question. Awesome. Yep. So it's so many things that you can do. So one of the things that we do encourage you to do is to find your niche, what you want to sell, and focus on that, and then expand from there. So that way you don't overwhelm yourself. Does anybody have a niche or what they want to focus on in terms of book and travel at first? And or is there something that you're interested in learning about that you're not doing yet that you want to book? So for me, I started off with booking. My niche was booking the Caribbean, all-inclusive vacations, but now I'm moving more into having a niche for groups. So what about you all? Okay, Europe. Okay, Europe. Okay, Europe is a big thing. Okay. So one of the things in terms of knowledge and goal setting is we have to determine how much time we're going to dedicate to learning. Okay, Monica, you do everything, but now you focus on everything adults only. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we have to determine how much time are we going to dedicate to learning. Because again, we all have busy lives, and then once you start getting clients, you got to book your clients, and if you have a team, you got to work with your team. So you have to make sure that you dedicate some time to increase your learning, which will ultimately help you because if you um, are learning about different stuff, you can educate people on different stuff and and gain clients from that. So with learning, you can figure out what platforms you'll use to learn. Do you take advantage of our elite team resources? Do you search for information on our Elite Travel Facebook page, our Facebook group? We have a team website. Do you listen to trainings on there? Um, do you are you subscribed to the Elite YouTube channel? Because we put like all of our trainings and stuff like that on there. We also would you take advantage of Archer Travel trainings? Are you subscribed to Archer Travel's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram pages, and YouTubes? Because they do, and in the back office on the dashboard, they tell you all the trainings that will take place during the week so that even if you can't attend them live, you can always watch the recording. Do you attend our corporate trainings? Mo went over all of our corporate trainings that we have. Do you attend those? Because those are it's some very great information. And again, if you stay plugged in, you never know what you'll learn and it'll spark something in you to do stuff in your business. But if you're not taking advantage of it, you know, the resources are there. So you want to make sure that you do that. Do you take the time to do vendor trainings or trainings like on Travel Agent Academy or Travel Agent University? So those of you that are interested in booking Europe, you can go on Travel Agent Academy and Travel Agent University and see what type of trainings and vendors or suppliers that are on there that specialize in Europe, so that you can increase your knowledge base and be able to sell those trips. And then will you attend fam trips when they're available? Um, those fam trips are very, very informative. They're not just a free trip for travel agents just to go and chill. Those are working trips where you can actually go and experience resorts and experience different destinations and increase your destination knowledge, take pictures, get marketing materials and stuff so you can show your clients, like, I've been to this resort. I believe you would love it based upon what you're telling me. Here's some footage that I got, and things like that. So you want to make sure that you're always putting something, you want to feed yourself. So in order to grow, you have to feed yourself. You have to pay attention to what you're feeding yourself. And you want to make sure that you're constantly learning what's out there in terms of our suppliers and vendors and destinations so that you can have even more information to give as you are getting people to book trips with you. Another thing in goal setting you need to pay attention to is efficiency, how much time you spend on your business. What type of tools do you use to keep you efficient and organized? Does anybody have anything that they use right now? I know we talked about a monthly list or maybe a calendar or a planner. Is there anything that you all are using to help you stay organized at this point? A planner, a whiteboard, your cell phone. Okay. Trello. Okay. I haven't heard of Trello. I'm up to write that one down myself. Online planner. Okay. Awesome. So you want to make sure that you have some tools that to keep you organized so you don't be all over the place. So, some of us may like seeing paper. So you might have a binder or you might have like a storage cabinet to keep your credit card authorizations, or maybe you have electronic folders. Some people use in terms of keeping track of events or trainings that happen, you can use your calendar or phone alerts. Okay, Monica used notebook, phone, and lots of sticky notes. Okay. And then it's like, what will you use to get your quotes out timely? Because once it starts coming in and people are like, I want to go here, I want to go there. Like, how do you keep up with all that stuff? And how will you get your quotes out timely? Like, do you have like templates already made that you just plug the information into to send out your travel quotes? Or do you have like third party third party at websites like TravelJoy or Travelify that help you to build your quotes? What do you all use? Okay, keep it in an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, awesome. How will you keep up with the clients and business that you have? Spreadsheets, calendar, checklists. How will you track your travel commissions? We know that they do have a running total in the in your in the back office where you submit your commission tracking form, but I do encourage you to keep something separate as well as your own list, just in case, so you can keep track of your money. So you could do that using like spreadsheets or QuickBooks. And then how do you track your travel expenses for tax purposes? Because you want to make sure that you keep those things tracked so that when you go to file your taxes, you can take advantage of all the tax benefits that come along with your business. So anything that you use to operate your business, you want to make sure that you're tracking those expenses so that you can write them off. Okay, so Monica uses spreadsheets, calendars, and TaxBot. Awesome, awesome. All right, and then customer service. What will you do to provide more customer service? What kind of response time will you have? So when somebody contacts you to book them a trip, how are you responding? How quickly? Is it taking you 7 days where they're like no longer interested anymore? Or do you have a quick turnaround time to be able to provide them with the best options still while getting back with them timely? Do you remember to follow up with your clients? Sometimes, it takes extra follow-up. Like I've sometimes I've sent out quotes and people get busy or, things happen where it's not at the first front of their mind, but, reaching out to them to say, I just want to check on you and make sure everything is okay. And I wanted to, make sure that you received my email. Or do you just wait for them to contact you? Like you should have some type of follow-up. What do you do to educate your clients? So I had a client that was supposed to be going to Maui next month. And, with the unfortunate things that happened there, he was like, Maui is my wife's dream trip and I can't even go, da da da. So I told him, I said, it's up to you. I said, but it's a portion of the island of Maui that got destroyed. Now they are accepting new clients to travel to other parts of Maui, but I don't know if that's something that you want to do or you want to wait till, it's restored or whatever. He chose to wait till it's restored and he wanted to book something, somewhere else. So people will tell you, like, even during COVID, people were like, nobody was traveling, nobody was going anywhere. And I'm like, the same, I mean, people that was saying nobody was traveling, I was like, they are traveling because I'm one of them. I was all in 2020 going to Jamaica doing everything like while people were saying people weren't traveling. So sometimes you have to educate them and let them know, like, yeah, people are traveling, they're just being more careful. And then again, how will you make your clients feel special? So Monica says she uses a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time. I think that's perfect. Okay, so in summary, it's always important to review what you have done to evaluate what has worked and what has not worked. If you write it down, you can make it happen. So your homework for today is to challenge yourself to do some things differently in this last quarter. You don't have to even wait to next year. Start with this last quarter and challenge yourself to do something differently. Get out of your comfort zone. So some of us said, ooh, some of us said, we have to work up the nerve to ask for people's information and different stuff like that. You'll never know what can happen when we get out of our comfort zone. So don't be afraid to make that extra step to do some things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. Make sure you put due dates on the goals that you have so that you can measure them incrementally throughout the year or throughout the quarter or however you're setting your goals. So that way you can look, like, if I have a goal for the end of the year, I can look at a month or so like, I'm a little further than where I want to be. Let me go a little harder so I can get there. Or I beat my goal way before the due date. Let me make something a little harder so that I can, have even more success. Another thing I encourage you all to do is to get an accountability partner, because accountability partners, you will be so happy that you did, because you can hold that person can hold you accountable. Like, hey, you said that you were going to market weekly and I didn't see a post from you this week. What's going on? You do it yet? Or whatever. And it kind of helps hold you accountable. So I encourage you to get a accountability partner. And then I also encourage you to stay plugged in as much as you can. So attend the trainings that we have. That we have them so that you can be successful. But if you're not attending them, you're going to miss out on those nuggets. So I encourage you to do all of that as your homework. So I just want to pause here to say thank you for taking the time out to join us on today. I do want to ask, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat box and I'll ask Mo to help navigate through any questions that you may have before we dismiss today. Also, Mo, can you share about your digital business card, because we did have questions regarding that.
I use Canva. If you go to canva.com, create your free account, you can just query for, Lord, I said query like I'm at work. You can search for digital business cards. Let me see, I'll share my screen.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Can you see my screen?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I went to canva.com, I logged into my account and I just typed in digital business card. And these are the templates that are available. This was the very first one that I used. It just was a simple card with my name, my title, a picture, and how they can contact me. And this is what I shared with people. And then once I started to really learn Canva, I stepped my game up just a little bit. So it's real easy. Everything is plug and play, just like on our website. And you see there is 392,918 templates for you to use for a digital business card. Different shapes, different styles.
Awesome. Is there any other questions that you all have this evening? Do you ask for a client profile before you look for quotes? So, yes. So what I do, like, people will contact me and say, for instance, like the lady, she told me, I want to go to Jamaica. I'm going for my birthday, da 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 da. And it's my 60th birthday, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. And I said, okay, great. I'm like, okay, well, let me get your information. And I said, I'm gonna send you a travel questionnaire to get a little bit more information from you. And so my travel questionnaire gives me, or asks for information, which would give me information for their client profile, as you call it. So I get their name, their birth date, where they want to go, what their budget is, if they need any special accommodations, what type of trip are they looking for. Do they like adventure, or is it more like a relaxation trip? Do they like entertainment? Like, I try to get as specific as possible, so that way when you are searching for stuff, you don't have to guess, like, will they like this or will they not like that, or things of that nature. So once you um give them, yeah, that like travel questionnaire to get as much information as you can about them, that will help you with developing those quotes. So I do ask for that first. Okay.
The card, I normally send it as a link. I've also sent QR codes to people as well as PDF. It's really up to you, because this is your business, so you would just work it that how you feel more comfortable. Some people do not like QR codes, whereas one of my sisters, she lived by a QR code.
Mhm. Yeah, sometimes I can't get it to work on my phone, and they irritate me sometimes. Like, when they work, they're great, but when I can't get it to work, I'm irritated.
The next question says, do you charge for booking flights?
So for me, when I started, I didn't, to be honest with you all, because I had the mentality of, I do let them know that, I don't get paid, like, the flights are regulated by the FAA, so they really don't pay out commission. So that's what I said at first. And then I was booking them for free, in hopes of them being like a repeat client, like, oh, she did me a favor and did this for me. Like, when I really want to go somewhere, I will contact her. But that thinking really, I mean, it worked sometimes, but it didn't work sometimes. So then I decided that I was going to charge um, a research fee or a processing fee, for booking flights. So, and you could do that. I've done it one or two ways. I did let them know that, unfortunately, flight only, you know, flights are regulated, so I don't get paid for flight only. But I, will do that for you for a, non-refundable fee of $20 or whatever case may be. And then that would either have them cash me or Zelle me. And then once I received it, I would give them some options, for the flight. And, once they fill out their credit card authorization form, I would book it and send them their confirmation. And then I also remind them to like check in their flight, when it's time to check in. So I've done it that way, and I have went into VAX and like selected FunJet or something like that, and did flights only through there. And then the portion where you can increase your commission, I would put like a $20 fee in there. That way I didn't have to charge them separately. So it would be charged along with the booking. The only thing is that when I did it in back versus like going directly through the flight website itself, VAX charged like maybe $20 more. But I've done it both ways. And then when I booked through VAX flight only, adding the commission in, I just fill out the commission tracking form for the amount that I put in to get commission from and back. So that's how I've done charging for booking for flights.
I've also charged a fee from the beginning. I was never nice like Nicole. I've always charged a $25 fee for flights only. And you can also use not only one of the suppliers, but you can use your booking engine right on your website using FareBuzz if you don't do it directly through the airline.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go into VAX, you're just gonna, instead of choosing like flight and hotel or hotel only, you're gonna just select flight. And then once you select the itinerary for your clients, on the right-hand side, there is a highlighted link called Booking Administration, and that's where you can add the additional $25 that you are going to charge for booking the flight only via VAX.
Are there any more questions? You're welcome. You're welcome. Again, I want to thank you all for taking the time to join us this evening. I hope you found this to be successful, and I hope that you all set your goals so you can know where you want to go and just see the process. Like, it's rewarding when you can see the process and look from where you started to where you are. Like, it's very, very rewarding. And then just to know that you can do even more. So that's why I encourage you all to make sure that you set your goals and actually, go over them and review them to see where you've come from, to know where you have to go to get to where you want to be. So again, thank you for joining, and I will hand it back over to you, Mo, to close us out for this evening.
Well, thank you all for plugging in. Clap it up for yourselves. On behalf of Nina Jackson Mitchell, this webinar is officially over, and remember to stay plugged in. Have a good evening, everyone.
Have a good one.